On today's show, we're going to do a quick and easy honey butter chicken breast dinner. This will be so delicious. The chicken on the plate is going to be served on a bed of brown rice, and I'm going to do my little trick where I use raisins in it. It will be so delicious. We're going to get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Let's start out with the things that take the longest. So I have a rice pot here that has been preheating, and I sprayed it with my Pam to make sure things don't stick. Then I have butter. So I like to get my butter in here. Get that melting in the bottom. And for my rice, I have my water and my rice, as well as the raisins already measured out. Then you just put the lid on it and hit the start button. And of course, if you're doing this in a pan, you can just go ahead and get your pan with your water boiling and do it that way too. I would still spray it with some Pam. So the next thing to get out of the way is our peas. So here's my pan for the peas. Open the can, dump it in, and butter. Looks like a lot of butter, but it dissolves in the water. There we go. Alright, we'll put that on the stove in just a little bit, and we'll get that heated up. We'll let it sit for now. As far as the other ingredients go, I'm going to use garlic and apple cider vinegar, as well as honey. I have my honey already pre-measured out, and I'm going to use soy sauce. I have my soy sauce all pre-measured out, and we'll be using some almond flour. That's better for you than white flour. Okay, we need to get the pan heated up with the chicken. So the first thing I need to do is my garlic. So for my garlic, here's my shortcut. You take the whole bulb and you put another pan in like this on top of this. Okay, I shook it a little bit longer than what I showed you, but what you should end up with is all of your garlic with the paper off it for the most part already. And exactly what you need, you can pick them out, the ones that you like. I'm going to probably use 4, and then the rest of these we'll just put away and we'll save them for another time. To cut these up, I just want to clean the little end off them. Don't know that you need to do it, but I like to do it. So I'll just get them clean like this. If you see any bad spots, go ahead and get rid of the bad spots. Now you can use a garlic press. You can just cut it real fine with a knife. Any type of cutter, grinder that you want to use. I happen to have this one and love it. The only problem is if the battery goes dead or you put too much in it, you're a little bit stuck. So there's the garlic all done. Isn't that great? Next, I need to do the meat. So for the meat, what I need to do is cut slits in it. And I want to cut these slits so that you'll get everything cooked evenly and you will also get more of the marinating and mix in. So I have my cutting board all set, ready to go, and I'm just going to do some slots here. If you cut too deep, not a big deal. I have some pretty thin chickens and a pretty sharp knife here. Some people will lay down a couple of sticks which will prevent you from cutting too deep. If you have the shish kebab sticks, those are probably the best thing to use. Okay, now in the pan, I'm going to get my butter going here. Get my fire on. I'm using butane to do the show, and it's hotter than a regular stove. Honestly, this is a camping stove, and it's made to be outside in the wind and the cold. Now for oil, I'm going to use regular corn-based oil because it will handle the high temperature. I have it mixed with almond oil and a little bit of peanut oil all in there together. So as this goes here, we'll get this going the right direction. Now you want to take your flour, and you can do an exact measurement if you want. I don't really think you need to. Flour is so cheap. You basically just put some in there like that. Shake it. If you want to sift it, you could sift it. But what I do is I take my chicken breast that I've cut up. I have my pan and oil getting hot. Put my chicken breast in here. This is the largest chicken breast, so I put the thermometer in the largest one. Just like that. You want to get your half a stick of butter in there right away. And you know, you want to move them around on your pan too, you know. There's different spots on your pan are different temperatures. Okay, now that the butter is melting, now garlic. Yum, I can smell that. Some salt and pepper. Some salt. You know, you have to salt the chicken. If you don't, it'll taste like cardboard. And then some pepper for the peas. Those are boiling. Next, soy sauce. So this little package that you get from a Chinese takeaway is the exact amount of soy sauce that you need for this recipe. Honey, squirt. Lastly, we need 2 tablespoons of vinegar. That's all there is to this meal. Pretty fast, easy. Check your chicken breasts, make sure they're done. If you stop them at 160, make sure they coast to 165. Ultimately, that's where you need to be. And they look fantastic. So we can go ahead and take these out of here. I'm just going to turn them over one time while I let them sit for a minute. Take them off the heat so they'll stop. Here's the rice and a big old spoon. Mix up my raisins and everything. There we go, just like that. And then just take a nice looking chicken breast. Put him right there in the middle, just like that. Here's my peas. I'll let this sit for a minute while I make my salad. And then lastly, I'm going to put some green scallions on top. That's our show for the day. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And here's two more just like it.